Stock numbers for the Jordan 5 Grape are surprising. On June 21st, the Jordan 5 Grape is finally returning for $210. This is a classic colorway that many collectors have been trying to get for years with the Nike Air on the back. While Grape 5s have historically been easy to get, this time may be different. And that's because currently there's only 28,000 pairs loaded on Nike US. Compare this to the 51,000 pairs of black metallic Jordan 5s that dropped on Nike US and the 2,000 pairs that restocked on the shop drop. And those are selling for $300 to $400.
Banger, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. These joints right here are a must cop. Plus these grapes, even more limited to the black metallic 5s, and y'all saw the prices that those were going for. So I'm calling it right now, sneaker of the year. Plus Nike on the back, man. My favorite YouTuber told me not to sleep on these, so let me go ahead and check out Shoe Palace. They never let me down, man. Prices, they about to skyrocket. I already see it right now. Jordan 5 Grape. Bruh, did I mention these are even more true to form to the OG? Yeah, these are about to go absolutely crazy. So we got infants, kids, but we gotta secure an adult pair. You know, they got the highest profit margins. Resale on these is about to go absolutely, wait, hold on. Didn't these drop like 2 weeks ago? How do they still have a full size run available? Well, just about a full size run. So my size 10 and a half, 215. Nah, there gotta be something wrong right here. These got Nike on the back, man. They told me not to sleep on these. Something ain't right here. My favorite YouTuber would never lie to me. Let me go ahead and check out StockX, because I know with StockX, I could definitely squeeze a couple pennies out of these right here. Jordan 5 Grape. I was thinking these were gonna be going for like $400 or $500. Nah, let me see what's up. Something gotta be wrong. So we got the 2013. We rocking with the 2025 pair right here. I know these, wait, under retail. But they told me not to sleep, man. Hold on, let me try to sell these right now, size 10 and a half. See what kind of profit margins. Okay, so there's different versions. These 2025s gotta have the highest profits, right? Because remember, most true to the original, right? Nah, these are definitely gonna skyrocket, man. All right, so let's see what we got right here. Damn, they got a lot of fees. Transaction fee, 9%. Payment processing, 3%. What is a payment processing? Shipping? I gotta pay $4 for shipping, bringing my profit, my total down to 172. No profits? These joints are going for under retail? Nah. These joints are trash, man. These joints are bricks, man. I ain't gonna lie. I thought these were gonna be sneaker of the year, but now they ain't having no resale value like that. They're trash. Yeah. Nah, these are definitely trash. Let me take these out of my cart. I don't want these no more. I'll pass on these, man. I know there's gonna be a whole lot more heat dropping. Nigel Sylvester's dropping, Travis is dropping. Them sneakers are gonna have a whole lot more resale value. These Jordan OGs, they ain't cutting it, man. I guess these weren't as limited as we thought. Like, if a shoe ain't limited, I don't want nothing to do with it, man. Nah. These joints are definitely bricks. I'll pass, man. I'm done. So all I can really do is shake my head at that. This right here is an example of the current state of sneakers here in 2025, where you got these YouTubers out here trying to instill fear in everybody, trying to say like these are gonna skyrocket, not to sleep on these, prices are gonna go to the moon, these are gonna be a problem, whatever catchphrase they're using nowadays. But we all know the reality is that for the most part, all of these sneakers are gonna be widely accessible. Now, I'm not really sure if these dudes have like a hidden agenda, if they're reselling on the side, or if they're trying to use the resale price to justify why a shoe is hot or not. But we all know 9 times out of 10, when you take a look at the Jordans that have dropped this year, outside of collaborations, for the most part, all of these sneakers are gonna be sitting. I mean, it's all down to stock numbers. We know when they drop, if pairs don't sit and they do sell out, we're gonna see restock. So of course, not every shoe is the same. You know, there are gonna be certain exceptions, but for the most part, all of these shoes have been widely accessible. Take, for example, a sneaker like the Jordan 4 White Savannah release, which was supposed to be the biggest Jordan retro release of the year. Them joints are classic, bona fide, all-time top 5 Jordan release of all time. People were saying these were absolutely beautiful. They were saying the shape on these was perfect, the most true to form since the OG Nike Air on the back. But then when they dropped, and them joints kept restocking. There was no money to be made. Resellers, YouTubers, they were absolutely quiet on these. You don't hear nobody talking about these, which earlier this year, before these dropped, people were saying that this was going to be the sneaker of the year, but now that they dropped, they're having no resale value. Hypebeast is saying they're trash. They're calling them bricks. And YouTubers, which were saying this was the best shoe of the year, we're already stamping these as the sneaker of the year. They're absolutely quiet on these right here. So unfortunately, this is just an example of the current state of sneakers here in 2025. So if they don't drop enough pairs, people are going to be pissed off. And then when Nike blesses us, Jordan Brand does the right thing by dropping enough pairs like them white cement 4s, which we just talked about, then people trash them, calling them bricks. They're too easy. There's no resale value. I'm just convinced that as far as the sneaker community, we'll never be happy. But I would say this year in 2025, for the real sneakerheads, they're loving it. It seems like Jordan Brand, they're doing a great job as far as the accessibility. A lot of these releases have been able to get into the hands of people that are actually looking to rock them. Of course, there's been a few exceptions here and there, some more limited releases like them Ferrari 14s, but for the most part, man, I salute Jordan Brand. I think they're doing a great job with the releases, and looking forward at some of the hottest upcoming Jordan releases. I think most of these are going to be just a general release, pretty much accessible for everybody. I'm talking shattered backboard 1s, Aqua 8s, classic Jordans, which I think resellers, they're going to try to like scare y'all, tell you guys that prices are going to skyrocket, but for the most part with them joints, I feel like they're pretty much going to be easily accessible, and I'm loving it, man. Definitely some great pairs releasing. Now, as far as the next upcoming drop, you got the Jordan 3 Pure Money. This was one that they were telling y'all not to sleep on, and it looks like as far as the resale value, from what I'm seeing, it looks like these joints are going for under retail already before they do drop coming up this weekend, which means that resellers most likely will stay away from these. But then, of course, you're going to hear sneaker YouTubers telling y'all not to sleep on these right here. Prices are going to go up. You know, they're sitting for now, but not to sleep, you know, all that good stuff. But when it comes to this shoe right here, I think these are cool, man. I mean, it's a great summertime release. Jordan 3s are a low profile sneaker, perfect for the summertime, all white. You guys already know I don't really have to sell you on these. If you like Jordan 3s, I feel like you would probably go ahead and pick these up. But I am gonna say that you don't have to buy every sneaker out here. I'm not trying to pressure y'all to go out here and buy every release. Like, every shoe is not the hottest. Jordan Brand, they're dropping shoe after shoe. So if you don't grab one, you already know coming up after that, there's gonna be another great pair dropping. So Pure Money 3s dropping this week. I'm thinking that a lot of people are gonna be quiet on these. Resellers are probably gonna stay away from these, but you already know your favorite YouTuber, they're gonna try to warn y'all, telling you not to sleep on these. So these are cool or whatever, but as far as a must cop, I would say probably not. Now, we already talked about Aqua 8s, shattered backboards. Those are probably gonna be easy to grab as well. I'm hoping at least. But as far as the sneaker, which like scalpers, they're really praying that the resale prices don't dip on, would be these right here. The Jordan 4 Rare Air. So far, when it comes to the Rare Air series, we've seen Jordan Brand drop the 1s and the men's, as well as women's pair. We even saw the Rare Air 3s release, which was a dope sneaker. I feel like the Rare Air 3s are my favorite out of the Rare Air series so far this year. But again, widely accessible. Jordan Brand made so many pairs to go around that these sneakers aren't having resale value. So when it comes to the 1s, they call them trash. When it comes to the 3s, no resale value, they call them trash. But as far as these 4s, these are still holding their resale value. I don't think they're scheduled to drop until August, which means there's definitely some time for prices to dip, which they definitely will. But resellers are praying right now. They're going to sleep every night saying 3 Hail Marys, praying that the prices do not plummet on these, because right now prices I think are around 500 or something like that. And I guess they're using this to justify if this shoe is hot or not. But when it comes to the Rare Air series, just like the 1s, just like the 3s, I'm expecting these to be a massively produced GR. I think everybody's gonna be able to get their hands on them. But remember, there is one little small exception to these, a small little detail as far as the white lettering. Some pairs will feature the white lettering. Others will feature the gold lettering, which apparently is supposed to be like 2% of the pair. So I guess people are going to be out on a chase trying to get the gold letter pair, which I feel like is a super gimmick. I mean, who cares if that small little detail is like barely even visible, is going to have white or gold lettering? I think that's super lame. And if y'all are out here trying to buy these pairs, just trying to get the gold pair, you have no clue what the sneaker game here is all about, bro. Remember, these are shoes at the end of the day. They were made to be worn. They were made to get fly, and people are now trying to justify how hot a shoe is based off of his resale value. But that's just the current state of the sneaker game. I'm sorry for ranting to y'all here on this blessed Sunday. I know it's supposed to be a positive day. We're supposed to be out vibing, relaxing, getting ready for the week ahead. But, you know, I just had to let y'all know, because as far as the current state of sneakers, bro, like, this ain't the game that I got into, and I don't know where things have gone, bro. Like, the dudes at the top are misleading y'all, man. It's like the blind leading the blind, and unfortunately, I just had to get this off my chest. But we're gonna keep the positive vibes going coming up this week. That's all I really got for y'all. I just wanted to touch bases with y'all because I'm just fed up with this whole resale talk and people trying to justify what shoes are hot or not based off the prices on the secondary market. Like, where have we came to? So that's all I got for y'all. Of course, I'll be back to check in on the latest updates. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed. It's Sunday, man. Let me stop with the negativity, man. Have some good vibes today. Spend time with the family, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. J.A., I'm out, y'all. Love.